Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth, and these videos are for my Gold Award project about bird care and finding the right bird for you, that kind of thing, making sure that you know what you're getting into, and maybe if you're not sure which bird to get, these videos will hopefully help you to find a bird that fits your lifestyle. And yeah. So this video is about conures in specific. So let's start off that there's two different types of conures. Oh, by the way, I'm just reading off my pamphlet that I made for a local bird store. So I'm reading off that. If you want any of the information that I am reading, if you're on my website, just scroll down. If you're on YouTube, go to my website, and everything is below the video. Okay. So I'm going to start with green cheek conures. They are mostly green and gray with a red tail. They're like normal coloration type. Yeah, if that makes sense. They weigh about 2.29 to 3 ounces. So they are a smaller bird. The green cheeks are the quieter conure. And they have more of a high-pitched whistle than a scream, as some birds do. Some can learn words. It is a possibility, but they aren't known for it. They're more mimicry and that kind of thing. And there are different color variations, including cinnamon conures, pineapple conures, and turquoise conures. Wow, turquoise conures. So, yeah. Then we have the sun conure, who are a bit bigger. They look like this. They're really pretty. They are predominantly bright yellow and orange, as you can see. They weigh about 3.53 ounces, so 3.5 ounces about. So they are bigger, like I said. These ones are extremely vocal and tend to be the noisiest between the two. So that's something to consider if you're in an apartment or that kind of thing. They also demand a lot of attention. They are very alert and an excellent watchdog, which kind of goes with the vocal thing. So if they hear someone coming in the house, maybe it's you, maybe it's not, they're gonna like let you know if you're in the house with them. And they do demand a lot of attention, so if you're a busy person, these aren't the bird for you. If you really want a bird, you need to make sure that you are social with them, and that they get the attention that they need on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. So, typical behavior between both green cheek conures and sun conures are that they are active birds and they need a spacious cage and lots of toys to move around, toys that keep them active and busy almost, so they don't get into trouble or something. They live about 20 to 30 years, which is not a pretty long time, but it's like middle of the road kind of for bird wise. So if you're worried about the commitment of a cockatoo that lives like 40 to 80 years, these might be better for you. They can weigh 1.94 ounces to 10.9 ounces. So there are different types of conures. Let me pull them up for you. Okay, so there's a sun conure, Genday conure, Nanday conure, blue crown conure, green cheeked, maroon bellied, peach fronted, dusky headed, red masked conure, and the Patagonian conure. So, as I said before, sun conures are the noisiest out of all those. So if you're looking at a conure and you're like, well, these guys seem kind of cool, maybe do a little more research on your own into the specific types of conures that are available to you. They are very playful, very cuddly, and they can be very loud, depending on the specific type of conure, their personality, that kind of thing. They are curious and bold, which is kind of what you want in a parrot. You want them to be, I don't know, like, you don't want them to just lay around all day and do nothing. Like, you want them to explore and live the best life that you can give them. These guys are a good family pet because of their personality. So if you have little kids or just kids, this might be a good option for your household if it all like works together. With any pet, you have to weigh the pros and cons of it, and figure out if this is the one for you, kind of thing. They like to be where the household activity is. I personally don't have any conures, but I have 3 other birds, and we had them in the living room. So that's like the most high traffic area. That's where people hang out all the time. So they're in a very social environment. We rescued 3 birds from a house in Rochester that kept their birds in a basement, like an unfinished basement, like dark and mildewy and that kind of thing. That's not the environment that especially conures should be in, and really any bird. They should be in the center of attention, where everybody is. They want to know what's going on all the time. And when they are in a bustling area, they will pick up on more words and sounds and that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's a win-win kind of thing. It's a direct relationship. How about we say that? They love to be where people are or on them. So these are birds that you should take out a lot. And they just want to be with you. Their signature sound, which is to be expected with a bird, is a high-pitched scream, or screech. It's kind of like, it's just like, really, it's hard to describe. I think it's fine here. It kind of sounds negative, but I mean, it's a bird. It's gonna make noise, like a dog barks, birds scream and screech and that kind of thing. But these screeches are often emitted when the bird is excited, startled, or when it wants attention. I mean, it's to be expected when you have a bird, and if that's something you don't like, then maybe a bird isn't necessarily for you. Or if everything's weighed and you're like, well, maybe this isn't such a con after all, then, like I said, it's your personal preference kind of thing. And they can learn to speak a few words and phrases. So, just because certain types aren't necessarily more vocal than others, that doesn't mean that your bird won't be. It just means that there might be a lower chance of it being. So for their diet, this is very important for any bird, that you get their diet and you meet their needs. Pellets should be 60 to 70%. And this gives them many of the nutrients that they need, so they don't get deficiencies or that kind of thing. You could also mix together pellets and a seed mix if you want more variety in that. Fresh fruit and vegetables should be available every day, and that should be 30 to 40% of their diet. Fruit and vegetables are really important for birds because it gets them vitamins and minerals and all the good stuff, and it keeps them healthy. You should offer this every day. Make sure you offer a little bit of a variety so you're not feeding them the same exact thing every day. Or go with the seasonal fruit and vegetables. Sweet potato and kale are great options for food for them because they are high in vitamins and nutrients. Especially for smaller birds, a big recommendation is to make a chop for them, which is a finely chopped mixture of different vegetables and possibly fruit. This is a great option for smaller birds because you can make it in the beginning of the week, put it in your refrigerator, or put them in an individual freezer vacuum sealed bags, pull one out every day and thaw it and that kind of thing. But it just makes sure that they the vegetables and everything are small enough for their little beaks to eat. I recommend like a food processor if you have one. Like blitz it a couple times and it gets it very small. If you don't, you can just chop it by hand and make sure it's small enough for your bird. Yeah. A chop makes life easier for you and it's healthier for your bird, like I have said. And it will provide your conure with the best foundation for lifelong health and happiness because they get the vegetables and everything. Especially if you feed them a chop every day, you will definitely see a difference in your bird, I feel like. Conures are found here, doop, which is Central and South America, also known as Latin America. Depending on what type of conure you get, depends on where it's from. Yeah. So the most common types are the sun conure and the green cheek, which has different like color variations. If you wanted to look into a less common conure, then I would just do your research and make sure you can get one, and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's all I really have on conures. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Maybe this is the bird for you, maybe it's not. If you want to see more of my videos, just go to my channel. And if you're on my website, you can go to types of birds and all of them are listed there if you want more information on those. I also have a care video out about first aid, poisoning, food to not feed them, like fruit and vegetables that are poisonous to them, and bird safe wood, all those kind of things that kind of go with any bird. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching this. Bye!